Well, I think some of the improvements that we made from week 1 to week 2, I thought just in general, I thought our younger players looked a lot more comfortable in week 2. I just thought their comfort level being on the field playing was obviously a big improvement. I thought up front offensively in the run game and in pass protection, I thought we made some really big strides, and that really came from just communicating. I thought our communication was vastly improved up front. I think it showed in pass protection. I think it showed in running lanes. And then the third piece that really excited me was our ability to block downfield. I thought all of our receivers went in with a real mentality to be physical, to block safeties, to block corners, and it proved to be, it worked for us because we put the ball on the perimeter in some of the screens. We blocked for the receivers. We were able to spring some runs there. So hopefully we can continue down that road with them.
You've got some competition going with your running back core. Talk about two guys, if you will. Justin Davis makes his debut, looked outstanding, and then Ronald Jones the second week in a row.
Sure.
What have you seen from him?
Well, it was great to have Justin Davis back. He's a guy that we really had high expectations for coming out of spring and into fall camp. Had the rib injury, missed the first ball game. It came out. We wanted to get him in early, and he didn't disappoint. He jumped right in and played really good football for us. Ronald Jones continues to impress. He continues to kind of force the issue to put him on the field. The guy's a threat to go the distance at any time. What I've been appreciative of Ronald is he's really picked up in his pass protection. He's starting to understand what it means to be an every down back, and I think that has showed. And the guy that sometimes go unnoticed is Trey Madden, who's really our starter right now. He's got 4 touchdowns now in 2 games for us. So we're very fortunate with that position group right now.
Career night for Juju SmithSchuster. Where has he improved the most?
Well, I thought the biggest thing for Juju, in week 1, Juju had a great spring, an unbelievable summer. He and Cody have just been on the same page. I thought in week 1, Juju tried too hard. I know that I don't like saying that way, but the reality of it is he was really trying to make it happen, maybe adjusting his routes to try to get open. We tried to get him to calm down, just do what we ask you to do, and then the good things will come. Continue to play with amazing effort. He did that. We all see the 10 catches, 198 yards or whatever it was, and 2 touchdowns. He blocked all night long. He did a great job blocking. He cleared out routes for other guys. He played on special teams. And so all in all, I just thought his performance was something that if we can replicate that, just his effort, his energy, his attention to detail, that guy's poised for a great season.
What stood out to you defensively? Did you feel like you set the edge better? I know it was a goal that you set.
Yeah, I think we were much better. I really liked the fact that that we held Idaho to 4 yards per play, which is a really good number for us. I think the 5% explosion plays, which is again limiting the ball, getting them yards in chunks. So I like that aspect of it. We were really good on 3rd down again, getting off the field on defense. So all in all, it was a good performance. Again, a lot of young guys out there. There's some growing pains still that we're going through, but a lot of guys played on the defensive side of the ball that again I think we're gonna benefit from as we continue down this road.
You begin Pac-12 play this week. Stanford has the #1 pass defense, at least through 2 weeks in the Pac-12. What's the key for Cody this week?
Well, being disciplined. I thought Cody last week, was very decisive. I thought his feet were really good underneath him. He made really quick, clean decisions, got the ball to guys accurately on time to allow them to go make their plays. And this week's going to be no different. Stanford's a very disciplined defense. They do a nice job. They don't blow coverages. They stay on top. They don't give up the big plays. So Cody's just going to have to be disciplined. He's going to have to remain patient, continue to protect the football. This is 2 straight games of not turning the ball over. And those are all the same things that he's going to need to do in Saturday's game against a quality opponent like Stanford.
You rely on your veterans this week to explain to the freshmen that the physicality level might go up with this kind of opponent?
I don't think we need to. I think our physicality, our level of physicality really comes on Tuesday and Wednesday. We're going to practice hard just like we have the last few weeks on Tuesday and Wednesday. Our guys should understand that physicality is going to be what's needed on Saturday against a quality opponent like Stanford. But this really, this isn't not that to discount anything Stanford's doing. We just need to stick with our process and focus on us and what we need to do to get ourselves prepared to play.
Kevin Hogan's been around this league a long time. He's coming off a big game. What have you seen from the Stanford quarterback?
Well, when he gets hot, he's hot. And I think that's one of the keys for us in this ball game is to make him as uncomfortable as we can, whether it's mentally or physically. We need to make him uncomfortable because when he's comfortable in the pocket and he strings together a few passes in a row, he can get hot. And we've seen that in different games where he can get hot and he starts throwing the ball really accurately down the field. So it's going to be critical for us to try to make him as uncomfortable as we can.
Is Stanford still playing that same style when you look at them on tape, that ground and pound, or have they shifted a little bit?
Well, I think Stanford's style is they have a lot to what they do. And I think David Shaw is a tremendous football coach. And he plays to how the game is going. If you allow them to line up with 8 offensive linemen on the field and run the ball and get 4 or 5 yards at a time, they'll stay in it. If you allow them to open their sets up and play pitch and catch and get 6, 7, 8 yards in the quick game, they'll go do that. So they do a good job of trying to kind of hunt and peck early in the game to figure out what you're going to do, how you're going to try to defend them, and then they try to go to their strengths to attack that. And so that's a sign of a good coaching staff.
And lastly, it's Pac-12 Student Athlete Awareness Week. What stands out to you about your guys off the field? Well,
I think for me, and I can speak for all of our coaches and everybody in our athletic department, with the Student Athlete Awareness Week for us, it's just a chance for us to really brag on our players. I mean, our guys do so much. I think everybody focuses on what they do on Saturday at the Coliseum, but our guys do so much for our community. They do a tremendous job in the classroom. I'm proud to say last spring we had the highest team GPA that is recorded for the football program, well over a 2.7 for 115 guys, which I'm very proud of. We've got 10 guys on our roster who have already graduated. Of those 10 guys, 7 are starters for us, which is just a tremendous honor for those guys. So I'm really proud of our guys. I'm looking forward all week long to kind of pick different topics to touch on at the end in every press conference, because I think there's a lot to learn about our football team well beyond just what they do when they put their helmets on at the Coliseum every Saturday.
All right, thanks so much, Coach.
All righty, thank you, and fight on.